Zooming in on the Netherlands, do you know what makes us stand out? Even though we operate on a small surface, we do so with big ambitions. That's why it should come as no surprise that some of the leading and impactful companies and organizations can be found right here. But where did it all start? Tilburg University and Iconic believe that entrepreneurial students have the answers for today's societal changes. What it takes is bright and daring students to truly make a difference. In collaboration with Soapbox, we offer these students a platform to present their innovative and game-changing ideas to the world. And it doesn't stop there. We have the perfect stage for them. Welcome to the grand finale of the Tilburg University Challenge 2021. Let the battle begin.
Hi everyone! Hi, welcome to the Tilburg University Challenge. My name is Nathalie Mangelaars and I will be your host today. And here at Tilburg University, the students get educated, but not just by reading books or following courses. They actually perform new things in practice. And that's what the students of this challenge have also done. They have come up with new ideas and translated this into solid business plans. 9 months ago, we started off with 84 teams in this challenge. And they followed different kinds of workshops. They had discussions with the different partners of the event and really good coaching from coaches of Tilburg University. And now we are here with our 14 finalists left. But before we dive into the competition and really see who will be the winner, there's someone who would like to give you a really warm welcome. The president of Tilburg University, Wim van der Donk.
So, good afternoon. Welcome to Tilburg University in, unfortunately, an empty main hall of a university. But nevertheless, welcome all those who are watching also from home. So, it's an honor for me to welcome you on a very important occasion, which represents an important tradition in Tilburg University. Entrepreneurship, thinking things anew with business opportunities and also the ability to attack great societal endeavors has always been very important for our university community. So we are thinkers, but we are also doers. We are entrepreneurial, both in thinking and in doing. And that's important. That's what society needs. And therefore, very happy to learn that at least 84 teams have taken part in this challenge, and that today, I think the 14 that have been left behind, in the sense that are front runners, I must say, are well in the final challenge, the grand finale for today. I remember myself from last year how pleasant this was to learn about all these ideas, be it already business-ready ideas, being ideas that still in the stage of ideation and thinking about new possibilities. It's so lovely to hear and to see all these ideas. As I said, I think last year I was thinking about Schumpeter, that famous economist from Vienna before the Second World War. He was already very active. And he wrote that beautiful book, Capitalism, Socialism and Democracy. And in that book, there are many things that have been said, but one thing I remember especially, and that is entrepreneurship is about creative destruction, because new ideas destroy old ones. And sometimes that means that we have to adapt, that we have to say goodbye to some ideas that were business-like interesting for a very long time, but that, well, we have to say goodbye because new ideas are there. Most of the time, better ideas. In this time, I would say more sustainable ideas. So I'm looking forward, and I'll be with you later today. Now I'm having opportunities in the Brainport area. I think, have to explain to you all how important for Tilburg University to being participant in the Brainport area is. But I have to attend the meeting. I cannot be here in person, so this movie is for you already there. But I will be present in person at the end of the day when, with you, I'm so curious which one of the ideas finally will be taken up by the jury and will be the finalist and the winner of this year's Tilburg Challenge. So all the best, enjoy yourself today, and I say on a moment later today we will meet in person. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your warm words, Wim. I have someone else who would also like to give you a really warm welcome. And he works at creating this entrepreneurial mindset that Wim was talking about on a daily basis. He's the director of Iconic and of the Knowledge Transfer Office. Can I get a big round of applause for Edward van der Pol?
Hi.
Edward, hi. I heard you had some words to share with our audience, so please feel free.
Yes,
go ahead.
Thank you. As Wim already addressed how important entrepreneurship is for Tilburg University and in today's society. With our Iconic entrepreneurship program, we inspire, motivate, empower, connect and share knowledge with you all. Students, student entrepreneurs, researchers, employees, alumni, and of course, our well-appreciated business partners. This with a clear goal: to make the best ideas of fresh thinkers grow into business where society benefits. And now, the grand finale of the Tilburg University Challenge, our second edition. And what an edition. For the number crunchers among you, 84 teams had the courage to sign up to go on a special trip. 31 business partners endorse the importance of new fresh ideas for solving the societal challenges of today. 35 coaches have again outdone themselves in sharing their knowledge and experience to give all student teams the right boost. 12 organizers left nothing to change in order to make this Tilburg University Challenge edition unforgettable. And all this has led to 14 great finalists. Too many superlatives? I don't think so. A challenge like this will only be a success with the exceptional contributions of everybody I mentioned, especially given the COVID situation we had to deal with this year as well. We are grateful that the speed date event between student teams and business partners in our local soccer stadium took place just before new restrictions were announced by the government. What a pleasure it was to see you, teams, coaches, live at work to make ideas even sharper, more realistic and more successful. Everyone deals with the current COVID situation, hence this final is back online. That too is part of entrepreneurship. Flexibility and adapting to market conditions. The good news is that we were able to make it possible for the finalists and judges to be here live. We will miss you at home as a live audience, but we assume that you will clap so hard that we will hear you here in the Cube building at the Tilburg University campus. I already mentioned it. Our highly appreciated business partners have coached, advised, and assisted the students in optimizing their idea and pitches along the way. Some of you are here because you have also taken on the heavy tasks to join the jury and choose today's winners. I cannot thank you enough, both at home and here in the hall, for your commitment, time, and trust that you have given to the students and our university again this year. So for you all, a very big thank you.
Well, a big round of applause for Edward. But
the tension is rising here, Natalie.
Is the tension rising?
I
really?
feel it here. It's time to start the grand finale.
Is it time to start?
Do you think?
I think so. Let's get this show on the road. Thank you so much, Edward van der Pol. And I think they could hear, I could actually hear you applauding from back home. So thank you so much for applauding so loudly. Well, yes, it really is time to get the show on the road even further. And there are 3 categories in which we are going to hand out awards today. So the first category is the Ideation Award. And that is for the student teams who really created and developed a new idea, mostly during this competition, and validated that idea, which means that they talked to different kinds of people to actually see if there was a market for the solution that they created. And then we also have the Business Ready Award and category. And that category is for the teams who are just a little bit further along. And for example, they have already developed a working prototype or a website, or some even already have customers. So those are the two different categories which will be judged by the jury. And then we have another category, the Audience Award. And that's where we really need you guys, because you can vote for your favorite team of the day. You can do so the following way. Oh no, I'm going to explain that later. And the winner of that category will get 1,000 euros. So you better think well about who you're going to vote for. But before we will start with voting and the pitches of the first category, I would also like to say that everything that was organized here, so both in front of the cameras but also behind the cameras, is COVID-proof, and everyone has been tested. Okay, the first category, the ideation category. There are 8 teams that made it to this grand finale. And they have all pre-recorded a video pitch, which we are going to see right now.
Hello, we are Food for Today. A few years ago, I left my hometown, but I still miss the dinners with my family in the evening. So when we're all at home, my mom cooks an extra special dinner for all of us. The problem with this is though, that she always cooks way too much, and that the leftovers will be stored in the fridge, never to be eaten again. I think this is very familiar for all of us. A lot of people tend to eat unhealthy food, either because they don't have the knowledge to cook healthy or they don't have time. What our service offers is a platform where homemade cooks can connect with customers so that everybody can eat healthy and reduce food waste, and even create a side job for the homemade cooks. A lot of people from ages 18 to 24 tend to eat or homemade food once a week. So reduce food waste with us and cook at home with Home for Today. Food for Today.
Everybody has heard the stories of people going out and never coming home because their drink was drugged and afterwards they were raped, abused or whatever. We from Safe Out want to counter this, and we have a solution for this. So what do we want? When bars and clubs open again, we want it to be safe for everyone so that nobody has to worry when they are going out. How do we want to do this? We are developing straws that can, when they come in contact with rape drugs in a drink, they change colors, so someone is notified if their drink is drugged. We want to contact bars and clubs so that when they open again, every drink will be safe and served with a Safe Out straw. So we want to sell business to business. Please help us in making going out safe.
We are frustrated with the beverage industry only focusing on selling unhealthy drinks, whilst purposely generating unnecessary waste. The added sugar in these drinks causes your sugar levels to spike and crash, harming your ability to focus. Moreover, current environmental initiatives are aimed at reducing and recycling plastic, but do not eliminate it. ANDA will transform this industry towards health and sustainability by focusing on doing good instead of doing less bad. Our drink will have a fruity and herby flavor. It comes in powder form, just like water, and it's good to go. It consists of 100% natural inputs, therefore preventing that sugar spike. Moreover, ANDA will eliminate plastic use altogether by using compostable packaging. In sum, ANDA will contribute to better flavor, better health, a better environment, and is therefore a better beverage.
43% of humanity lack access to healthy food. For millions living in a food desert, fresh vegetables and fruits are no matter of a choice, but an affordable luxury. But we have a solution: Aquaponic Farms. A sustainable farming system that consists of two sides who mutually benefit each other. Fish provide nutrients for plants to grow, and plants clean water for the fish. Being the size of a bedside table, it allows to grow a variety of vegetables and fruits at affordable prices and in effortless manner indoors. To provide a truly exceptional experience, with the farm you will receive a QR code. If you give you the access to connect to the thousands of other people who share their recipes, experience, and participate in the weekly farming challenges. A great innovation and engaged community is what defines us. Assemble and harassed by amusement.
Do you have a bucket list? And if yes, have you ever completed a bucket list goal? I believe that the reason why we don't complete our bucket list is because there's a lack of accountability. There's no one pushing you to do it, no external motivation. But what if you had a buddy that can hold you accountable to your dreams, somebody to push you? That is exactly why we created Say Yes, an online platform that connects you to a network of bucket list enthusiasts looking for a shared experience. After investigating, we found no market solution to offer push factors catered towards your bucket list. And I believe we can step into this market and create a community that believes in saying, yeah, I want to do it. Especially after post-isolation, young adults are seeking extraordinary experiences. We can offer inspiration and motivation for you to pursue your bucket list goals with somebody else. So sign up, create your bucket list, and start matching. It's time to say yes to your bucket list.
Have you lowered your physical and social activities during the COVID-19 pandemic? So did more than 1/3 of the population in the Netherlands. 71% of children and young adults spend less time being active. This is the beginning of a new social crisis that Sportality is going to change. Sportality is a sport application offering complete profile customization through which you find a sport buddy, reserve a facility, or find an outdoor area to play. But that's not all. To make a greater impact, Sportality added additional features such as sport challenges, through which you connect with businesses in the sports field and unlock discounts for them. So the more you play, the more you save. Sportality is an application that tries to solve serious societal issues that pose threat to people's mental and physical health. Let's be one step closer to a healthier community. Now is your turn. Join us.
Nationwide, there are currently 26,000 homeless students due to the student housing crisis. 26,000 not knowing where to sleep and vulnerable to scams and exploitation. By 2024, this number will double. Despite months of searching, this was our story too. Then, 1 month into the fall semester, my teammate Kara was contacted by a local family who had a spare room. Since then, we've heard of several available rooms just among employees at our university. And that got us thinking, how many others might be available for someone like us? We are building a platform to help students find housing with locals in the short term. Hosts will receive support and guidance, and safety will be our main focus. This is something no other platform in the market has included. We are student hosts, and together we can create a solution that benefits students, the university, and our society.
When tourists visit a city for the first time, they don't know where they should eat, what they should see, etc. And they waste their money by not doing the right thing. This is why I came up with Virgil, an online marketplace for private tours led by locals. Basically, Virgil bridges the gap between two subjects. On one hand, let's say the supply, we have locals. On the other, the demand, we have tourists. And tourists may be even visiting a city alone, so Virgil could be the way to meet new people. In addition, very important, Virgil may feature other two services. First, a TripAdvisor made only by tips and ratings from locals, and second, a universal ticketing system, which would simplify the process for buying tickets, for example, for museums. So, if you too would like to change the tourist industry, then don't be like other current tourists. Rather, follow locals' advice. Do the right thing. Join Virgil.
So welcome back. I hope you have all enjoyed the pitches. For myself, I can say that I've heard some really great ideas. And now it's actually time to think, so who will I actually give my vote to? Because now you can vote for your favorite team. If you're watching via the homepage, you can just go to the interaction tool and vote from there. Or you can also go to the URL, which is now on your screen. You can vote until the end of the Q&A session that the top 3 candidates will have with the jury. So if you haven't decided yet, there's still some time to think about it. Okay, I was just talking about the top 3, because maybe some of you have already seen that I'm holding a golden envelope here in my hands. And in this envelope, I have the top 3 winners, or the top 3 finalists. And before I will announce who they are, let me tell you what the winner of the top 3 will win. Guidance by business developers of Tilburg University, a 2-month subscription to legal documents provider Hallo Lex, tickets for the Road Symposium, and €2,000 to invest in the startup. Well, I won't keep you in suspense any longer, and I'm sure that the startups here in the room are also really eager to find out who has won. And there's one thing that I would like you to do. So when I've announced one candidate, please give a round of applause so that we can hear it from your living room. And I would also like to invite everyone here in the audience as well. Okay, let's go. The first in random order of the Ideation finalists is Say Yes. Woo! Cool. Congratulations, congratulations. Okay, the second finalist that made it to the top 3 is Aquaponic Farms. I see someone in the audience here. Yeah! So that's the spirit. Great. And the third finalist that made it to the top 3 is Anda. Okay. So this envelope, it's important to hold on to because then we know who the top 3 is. Let me just give it to the first member of the jury. Nina, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, great to see. You are the chairwoman of the jury. You are a project manager at this challenge and also many university challenges. So
yes.
Welcome to you.
Thank you.
And over there we have the auditor at Crow Fooderer, Roel Derks.
Yes.
Big round of applause for Roel as well. Yes, thank you. And the third jury member is a marketing and communication specialist at DLL, Yanique Skelton. And our fourth jury member of today is a business development manager at Interpolis, Johan Ringeling. And sitting over there, way in the back for me, is a policy advisor at the province of Noord-Brabant, Koen Wilsing. And there's also one jury member who will be joining us online, and that is the innovation manager of the National Police, Mark Wiebes. Hi, Mark. Great to see you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so thank you so much that you're here. Are you excited to be in the jury, Johan?
Yeah, very excited.
Yes, why? Why?
Well, there were lots of nice ideas with fresh young people, fresh ideas, thinking about dreaming big. I always like that.
Yeah, I can imagine. And Koen, you have read the ideas on paper, right? But how was it to see the pitches here? We'll see the students actually pitch their companies.
Yeah, they are very enthusiastic people who want to develop their business ideas, so we can only encourage that.
Cool, cool. Okay, and what was it for you? Did you hear enough numbers? Because you are the guy that knows a lot about numbers.
Well, in some cases there were some numbers included, but also in other cases not so much numbers, which I think, of course, is quite kind of logical also for an ideation category.
Exactly, because they haven't come to that phase yet.
Still at the ideation phase.
Okay, cool. Well, let's get started, because you have some questions prepared for, well, our finalists. Shall I just get the first one?
Yes, please.
All right. Here we go. So the first finalist of the day that will join me here on stage is from Say Yes, Yanique Skelton Itirunino. You can stand over there. Yes, perfect. Hello.
Yeah, thank you.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you. It's really amazing to hear it has found some validation, so I'm very excited right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. And just one quick question. I'm really curious. What's on your bucket list?
On my bucket list, well, I really want to go skydiving. I know it's a cliche, but it's really like I want to do it, but I'm really scared to do it, and I want to use this as well to like inspire me to do it. So, yeah, that's
cool. Okay. Well, let's see if maybe one of the judges also has that on his or her bucket list. Anyone have skydiving on the bucket list? No? No, I've already done it, but I'm willing to go again with you. Yes, it's perfect. I would definitely recommend. But the first question from the jury to you comes from Johan.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So everybody has friends, huh? So you could also take a friend on skydiving trips. What would be the bonus of making and building a platform?
Well, thank you for the question, first and foremost. Our idea was also based on the idea that doing it with a stranger would be more exciting as well, because it has this kind of thrilling effect. Oh, I'm doing it with a person that I don't know, and maybe a great friendship can emerge from that shared experience. You can also do it with your friends. That's obviously an alternative that everyone can consider. However, I have friends, but I have never really felt the need to go skydiving with a friend, because the alternative is just not doing it. And when you have this sort of buddy through this platform, this kind of, I don't want to say forces you, but it inspires you to do it more. So that's why we opted for the stranger.
So in one sentence, why is it needed?
It's needed, yeah, because because a stranger is a more motivating factor sometimes than a friend.
So the strange eyes that really think, okay,
yes,
I've made an agreement with you. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay. Is that a satisfying answer for you, Johan?
You. Yep.
Okay. Well, Koen, yeah, you also, or Koen, sorry, Koen, you also have a question prepared.
Yeah, as a follow-up on Johan, what's the business plan for this? Because the biggest competitor of the app is a good friend.
Ooh, so how are you going to make money?
How are we going to get money? So we want to offer the platform completely for free for the user. So it's very important to us that it's a free service so that we can gain the traction, because it's a platform that requires the traction. Without traction, there is no buddies. The way we want to make revenue, the business model is going to be, we're going to wait for the traction to happen, and then we're going to use partners, for example, businesses that offer those kind of experiences, skydiving businesses, hot air balloon businesses, karaoke bars, to potentially partner up with us, maybe advertise, or using them as a reference point within our platform to access those kind of venues. So that's how we want to act and then generate revenue from there. But from the user part, we really want to make this a free experience.
And have you already asked the balloon company if they would be willing?
This would be not the next step, but it would be a step that we have to consider to approach those kind of businesses and get to know them. Do you have customers? Maybe you struggle to have customers, so we can maybe give you access to a community that is willing to do stuff like this. So this is basically the next approach.
If you have a skydiving business, then you can find people that want to go skydiving on their bucket list. Perfect. Okay. Is that
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And Roel, you also wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, so the last question for you is, who's your actual target audience? Who are all these people that have these bucket lists, and is there really demand for this product?
Yes, so we want to focus on primarily young adults, because we ourselves are young adults, and we really identify with it. I, for myself, have this sort of accountability issue that I'm not going to skydive because I don't have a buddy, and that's exactly where we want to target our customers. So it's people that have a bucket list first and foremost, that watch digital content about their bucket list. If you go on YouTube and you watch people skydiving, you're like, oh, that's amazing, but then you just go to the next YouTube video and don't do it. Or people that generally welcome the idea of approaching a stranger, having this shared experience, people that like to get out of their comfort zone, because I mean it's not I don't want to say normal, but it's not it's not normal to just do it with a stranger. So that's a very new approach. So people that are willing to do this, those would be our target customers.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, would you be their customer?
Not sure yet.
No?
I'm not so much into skydiving.
No, it's
I know
anything.
it's also rather...
But what is on your bucket list then?
On my bucket list, traveling around the world.
That's a great example. That's a bucket list that many people have. So why haven't you traveled around the world yet? So that's the thing is, if you have this buddy, it can maybe inspire you because so.
Yeah, travel around the world. Cool, great thing to do on your bucket list. Yes. Okay, well, are there any questions that popped up in your heads right now that you think, oh, no? Do you have any questions for the jury?
No, I just want to express my thanks for those questions. It's always good to hear different kind of approaches where still questions are. And yeah, it's very good to have those different approaches because sometimes it's a tunnel vision and I want to make sure, to get the opinions of everyone. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Bye, say yes.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Okay. And we are off to our second finalist of the ideation category. From Aquaponic Farms. Oh, he's already joining me here. Mark Kagach.
Thank you.
Mark, do you think that everyone should be growing their own food at home?
I think that's a nice way to entertain yourself and get nice and fresh fruits or vegetables.
Or vegetables? But
yes.
what thing would you like to have at home?
It's about you. Like you can grow what you would like to grow. For instance, you like tomatoes.
Yes, I do.
I know tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
I like carrots. I would do carrots.
Cool. Let's see what the judges would like to grow at home. Nina, what would you like to grow at home? Fruits or vegetables?
Cucumber and basil.
Great.
Yeah.
For
Can
some
they do
nice
that with an aquaponic farm?
Obviously.
Obviously. Perfect. Okay. Well, the questions from the jury. And the first question comes from the online jury member, Mark. We see him here on the screen. Hi, Mark. The floor is yours.
Hello.
Thank you. I'd grow Cœur de Boeuf tomatoes. You know them?
No, I don't. What kind of tomatoes are there?
French tomatoes are very good in taste. So I was inspired by your concept, Mark. It was very nice read. And I happen to know some aquaponic sites and some implementations of it. And I have to say they are all in size far bigger than what you propose. So I would like your comments on the scale, and not the scale in economic size, but the scale in technical size. Is it actually feasible to do so on such a small scale as you propose?
Yes, thank you for the question. So this is the evolutionary approach that we take here, because there are huge farms that are in China, mainly in Finland, but what we try to make it a more personal segmentation where you take it to households and personal. So from the technical point of view, yes, this is possible, and we have made a prototype. Still, it's in construction, but we have a scheme of it. Mm-hmm. And from the technical point of view, this is possible to make in a, as we said it, bedside table size. So you would have it indoors and not a gigantic form. Have I answered your question?
Thank you. You have. Thank you.
Okay.
Mark and
Thank
Mark.
you.
Mark,
Yes.
have you answered Mark's question well? Mark, yeah, great. Okay. Let's go to the second jury member that will pose a question. Gianelli, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Mark, in your plan, you described to focus on the US primarily. Why is this?
So our business model is mainly to solve the food desert problem. And while we were in the ideation phase, we have encountered several ideas, and we have understood that it will be really hard to focus on US first and try to cover low-income citizens, because they are the ones that face a food desert problem.
What is a food desert?
Yes, let's explain what a food desert is. So food desert is, for instance, when you don't have a car and any grocery store within a mile, thus, you go to a shop like once a week or twice a week, and you buy the food. You don't buy fresh vegetables because they will don't stay for long.
Yeah, they will go bad. Yeah.
And you can't daily go to the grocery store.
Ah.
So we think that the aquaponic farms can solve this problem because you will grow your vegetables indoors. So getting back to your question.
Great.
We want to first cover high-income citizens because we think that for a startup, it's better to start with the high margin but low volume because it's really hard to create big manufacturers for thousands of farms when you start, and then by the economies of scale have a low margin but high volume. So we want to start with high-income class, and we want to go not from the US personally, but we can start with the Netherlands or Europe because we better understand this market. We started to say that we would like to solve this issue in US because it is food deserts are mainly a problem in US and Africa. So we just had more information about US, so we touched upon that. But our main goal is to solve food desert problem everywhere, and we want to start by high-income households and then go to a lower one once we have good manufacturing systems.
Okay, but in the US or in Europe you're going to start?
We're going to start in Europe in high-level households and then move to the other world.
But that's just how fast startups develop. You write a plan and then 1 week later it has already changed, right?
Yes, next week on the Mars.
Yeah, that's what happens. Great. Yes. Okay, perfect. Is that an answer to your question, Gianelli?
Yes.
Okay. And how are you going to arrange the distribution of your product, by the way? I was just wondering about that.
What exactly do you mean?
Yeah, so the distribution or the delivery, because I can imagine this big fish tank. How do you get it to my doorstep?
Oh, yeah. The case is that it will be not so big, and we have delivery costs is one of our main costs. So we try to minimize them by making the package where you build yourself, like in IKEA, you know, when they deliver something to you and you make it your own.
I have to put it together myself?
Yes, but it would be like a Lego, like entertainment and really easy because, you know, IKEA customers, they get a personal connection with the things that you built, and the same you would have with the farms. So we manage the delivery cost and distribution by a nice technique where you just build your farm yourself, and it would be a really small box when you deliver it.
But with really great instructions and all the screws there,
yes,
right?
Like a Lego.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions from the jury? Johan, yeah?
I would like to know how do you deliver the fish?
Ooh.
Yes,
because they're not
that's a really great question. We have thought about it for a long time. So we think that we can make a system of distribution channels in the local areas. For example, animal stores where they could deliver it to you, and we just have an agreement with them that we deliver a farm and they will deliver you the fish. Also, fish can be very costly to send, but it's possible to actually send the fish, but it just should be in the right time. You can't send the fish for a week, you know, that would be badly. So yes, so mainly we cover it by, if it's a long distribution and you need a week to get it somewhere, we have an agreement with local stores that they will send it to you. If it's somewhere close to our manufacturing facilities, then we'll deliver it ourselves and it will be faster than a day and nothing will happen with the fish.
Okay.
Animal friendly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Well, thank you so much for answering all of our questions.
You're welcome.
Did you enjoy being here on stage?
Oh, yes, of course.
Of course. Thank you so much from Aquaponic Farms.
Goodbye.
Okay, and we're on to our final top 3 member of the ideation category. And representing ANDA, now joining me on stage is Anouk van Androoy. Hi, Anouk.
Hi.
So a different face than we saw in the video.
Yes,
true.
Yes, yeah,
Great.
We decided to switch. We thought it would be fair if Daniel pitches, then I would be here.
Yeah, that's great. And with the soda, I'm very interested. So how far along are you in the development of the soda?
So we're at the ideation stage,
yes.
so we have thoroughly thought through our idea.
Yeah.
And currently I'm doing an internship at Food Tech Brainport.
Cool.
And yeah, they have a lot of partners within the same ecosystem. So I'm pretty sure once we will get there, they can actually help us getting the right parties involved to actually start developing the product itself. But we do not have a prototype yet.
No, but that's logical. You're in the ideation phase. So
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Okay, let's get to the jury members. The first question comes from Roel.
Yes. So your idea is to enter quite a crowded market already, and we're not so convinced yet how your product will then stand out. I mean, low sugar lemonades, they already exist.
Yeah, this is something that Daniel and I have also really thought about, because we know that this is a saturated market. The thing is, first of all, we think our flavor will be a bit different because we will also be herby. Our flavor will be herby. So think of mint, ginger, maybe basil, rosemary. So we think that will be distinct. Second of all, we also do not just sell a product, we also sell a story. We're going to go business to business at first. And basically, we really want to transform the beverage industry. And yeah, the people that will be interested in our drink will also be interested in this ultimate goal, right? Eliminating plastic use and consuming a circular drink. So that's the story that we have. And we also think that, yeah, Daniel and I are also really a good team that will make a difference as compared to maybe other owners of companies with sugar-free lemonades.
So it's not just sugar-free. When I'm drinking it, I'm actually, well, soaking up the story.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
I'm doing good for the world.
Yeah, it's not just, actually there will be sugars in there, but just natural sugars. So, but the thing is, it will be healthy and also sustainable.
What do you think?
I think it's a good answer.
Yeah.
And I heard you say going business to business. Do you mean to find business clients then as well, for example, offices? Because in the business plan, I don't think I saw those as customers.
Okay.
Okay, so we initially had a customer segment, which will be university students that value health and sustainability, because Daniel and I belong to this group and we know this group really well. Then we did a survey and also some interviews, and we found some initial interest. But we also had coaching sessions with BOM, and they said to us, hey, you don't know for sure if business to consumer will take you a lot of time. And since we do have a dream to grow big, we might start off business to business first. So the next step would be for us to talk to universities, to talk to their facility managers and see if they would be interested. I saw like a sustainable vending machine already in this building, but it's empty, so Enda could be there, right? But yeah, that's the next step. We need to talk, and if nothing, we are also realistic. If that will come out to nothing, basically, we're also willing to pivot towards other customer segments.
All right.
All right. Johan?
I had a question about distribution, because you have to distribute your project. It's a physical product, so if you're going business to business or business to consumer, how do you think you will get the product to the consumer, which in a crowded shelf already? There are lots of products and somebody else has to be removed from the shelf and your product has to be there. How are you going to accomplish that?
Yeah, so I think the main question would be how will you deliver to the businesses, right? So let's assume to the universities. I think the main important thing for us will be transportation should also be as sustainable as possible. So we will try to get the right partners in place, maybe see other partners that university is already collaborating with for transportation and see if we can combine it or if there's another sustainable way to do the transportation. Does that answer your question?
I'm more interested, how are you going to get rid of the Pepsi Cola and put in your soda?
Right. Okay, but we're not competing with Pepsi Cola or Coca-Cola, I think.
Well, it's in the shelf, I guess.
Okay, so your question is how do we end up in the shelves?
Yeah.
So I think we want to go business to business first and then start becoming bigger, get the customer awareness, basically, build our brand name. And then it's important to talk to companies that, supermarkets, basically. So I think Ahold is the best option there because they're really open to sustainable and new initiatives. And then, it's a matter of signing a contract, right? And it's also talking to Albert Heijn. and asking how, under what circumstances would you be willing to sell our product? If that would be under their own name, maybe that's fine for us, right? Because we want to deliver impact and become big, and it doesn't matter if the name it will be Enda or Albert Heijn. But yeah, I think it's a matter of talking and pivoting when needed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And final question comes from Koen.
Both of you have an economic or marketing background. So how are you planning to do the technical side and the regulations, etc.?
Yeah, that's a really good question. My roommate is a chemical engineer. So yeah, thanks to her a lot, because we had some interesting conversations. I asked her, is that even possible if you are making a fruit juice? Can you then even dry it into a powder? So she explained me a little bit about this. And actually, my internship, where I work right now at FoodTech Brainport, they have a flexible plan there, so they also know a little bit. So then again, I think Daniel and I know a lot about strategy, yes, because we both studied that. But when it comes to the technical, chemical, biological processes, yeah, we need to collaborate with other people.
And is it then your plan to collaborate, or maybe just get another team member on board?
That will also be depending on how big their effort will be, how big their input will be, and also about the discussions, right? I haven't really been in these discussions, or we haven't been, so. But I think Daniel and I want to make this to a success. Mm-hmm. So we would be willing to negotiate about that.
Yeah, okay, cool. Any other questions that are burning now? No? Mark, maybe from you back home? Mark.
Switching on my microphone.
Yeah.
No, I don't have big questions here, but I think it's courageous to try and fight yourself into a market that is so saturated. So my congratulations for your braveness.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
That's great words. Well, great words to wrap it up with, Mark. Thank you so much. And maybe you can just talk to Wim, the president of Tilburg University. He will be here later. So I think you should just go over and talk to him.
Yeah,
right?
that would be nice.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anouk from ANDA.
Yes, thank you so much.
So thank you, jury, and thank you, startups. And now it is actually time that the jury will start deliberating who they will vote the winner. But you can also still vote for your favorite, but not any. No, maybe a few seconds left, because if you haven't voted yet, please vote now, because the voting will close in 3, 2, 1. Yep, it's closed. Thank you for voting. And now we're off to the next category, which is the business ready category. And 6 teams made it to the grand finale. Let's watch their pre-recorded pitches.
Did you know that taking a shower every day for an entire year costs less water than producing 1 single kilogram of cotton? While at the same time, 785 million people on this planet do not even have access to clean drinking water. Well, I didn't, but we established Bigger Picture Clothing, with which we aim to disrupt the fashion industry. By creating a 100% transparent supply chain, from our own clothing we produce in Portugal, all the way up to the water facilities we built in Ethiopia. 3 months after the launch of our first collection, we have already donated 211,000 liters of clean drinking water, generated over 8,000 euros in sales, all with a product return rate of 0.83%. On top of that, we have organically grown a community on social media with over 20,000 members in it. And we would love to welcome you as well. So I would say, feel free to take a shower, but wear the bigger picture.
When I first moved to the Netherlands, finding a doctor was hard. After talking to others, I realized I wasn't the only one that was struggling. It turns out, for a lot of people all across Europe, healthcare is difficult. You might be able to relate. Maybe you've had trouble finding a doctor while abroad, or perhaps a loved one suffering from a chronic illness has had difficulties in transferring their medical records. We certainly can relate, and we think healthcare could be so much better. That is why we're developing Doctoro. Simply said, Doctoro is an accessible platform that centralizes the knowledge and tools that you need to seek care wherever you are. At its core are shareable electronic health records that, combined with artificial intelligence, will unlock the future of personalized and preventive healthcare and put it right into your hands. Because we believe you shouldn't need to worry about your health. I invite you to join us in realizing a future where the next generation of healthcare is accessible to all.
Let me start with a question. How did you meet your best friends? Most likely happened by chance. At Udemy, our vision is to give Destiny a little push and connect students, thereby helping them expand their network both personally and professionally. Students at the university crave to meet like-minded people, create new friendships, and find the right career for them. How it works. We connect students based on a pairing algorithm and a questionnaire, and on their interests and personality traits. We already connected more than 500 people, and we plan to 10x that in the next 6 months and connect students in more universities across the Netherlands. But there is more. Based on the same pairing algorithm, we are developing a system to connect students with companies and create the perfect career matches. So this supports both companies and students. Companies will find the perfect interns and employees for their vacancies, while students will find the perfect career opportunity. If you're an investor or a company, get in touch to build the future of Udemy together. And if you're a student, head to udemy.io and join our community today. Thank you.
Hello, I am Alexandra. I am a PhD student at Tilburg University. I've been working with virtual reality and virtual animals for 6 years. But I'm really thinking that the knowledge needs to go outside of the university and be applied to real environments like schools, for example. Then I'm developing an interactive movie in virtual reality, of course. The name of the movie is Justin Bieber Survivor, and when the children wear the VR glasses, they can be transferred to the animals, and the children can learn about climate change and global warming from the perspective of the animals. Already I have a demo. If you want to see, I'm very happy to show it to you. And also, if you want to join our mission, please visit justinbieber.nl. Thank you.
My startup idea was inspired by my personal experience. After struggling with loneliness for a long time during my university years, I started being curious about other students' experiences. Interviewing more than 200 students made me realize that not only those students were struggling with loneliness, but I also had many unsatisfied social needs. My business partners and I saw in this a huge entrepreneurial opportunity, and we started developing an app whose purpose is to satisfy all these needs. Now, imagine a social platform like Instagram or Facebook, but only for students, where not only students around the world can post, but can also be matched to find friends, buy or sell books, be helped with housing, tutoring, internships, and much more. The app is coming out next year, and I'm here to ask for your support. Thank you.
Studying and running a business. I'm guessing most of you watching today have taken on this challenge. It might sometimes feel like an impossible task, especially when all the people around you are focused on anything but entrepreneurship. I had this problem myself, as well as 60 fellow young entrepreneurs that we have spoken to. That is exactly why we decided to create the Entrepreneur House. With the Entrepreneur House, we bring young entrepreneurs a place to live, work, and have fun together. In a house specially designed for entrepreneurship. We got working spaces to focus, meeting rooms to invite potential clients, and a living room to relieve the stress after a long day work. To make this deal even better, we organize regular events and workshops to keep you inspired. We just got hands on our first location, and from there on we are going to take this concept to multiple cities in the Netherlands and eventually international as well. Are you an entrepreneur ready to go to the next level? Join us at the Entrepreneur House.
Welcome back. And again, I'm very curious, out of all these pitches, and they are so different, there's such a great variety of startups to choose from, but I'm really curious, who is your favorite? Again, you can vote via the interaction tool, which you see on your right-hand side, or by the URL, which is on your screen. You can again vote until the end of the Q&A session that I will now have with the finalists and the jury. Okay, and maybe some of you have already seen it, but I'm holding the golden envelope again, which means that the top 3 finalists are here in this envelope. And I'm sure that it must have been very hard for the jury to choose, but they have. But what will the winner of the Business Ready category win? A workspace at the iconic incubator for 1 whole year, PR support by the Marketing and Communications Department of Tilburg University, guidance by a business developer of Tilburg University, a 2-month subscription to legal documents provider HelloLex, tickets to the Road Symposium, and 3,000 euros to spend on the startup. I don't know about you, but that's a prize that I would love to win. So I've got the golden envelope in my hands, and I'm going to announce the top 3 again. And I would love just to hear you applaud from all over Tilburg here in the studio, and also here in the studio. Please, please clap for our top 3. Okay. So the top 3 finalists of the Business Ready category. The first one is Bigger Picture Clothing. Cool. And the second one is Justin Bieber. I would say, almost said Justin Bieber. Maybe I was a believer, I don't know. And then the third finalist that made it to the top 3 is Students World. Okay, I'm putting them back into the envelope because it has to be kept again. I will give it to the chairman of the jury again, to Nina. Nina, you're back here with the other jury members.
Yes,
here you go. All right, so let me introduce you to our jury members. The first one is the CEO of BOM, de Brabantse Ontwikkelingsmaatschappij, Brigitte van Dijk van der Rijt. Yes, you can applaud for her. Our second jury member is the director of Rabobank Tilburg, Lilian Dame. Our fourth, I'm not counting right. The fourth jury member that I would like to introduce to you is an innovation specialist at the Ministry of Defense, Nele Valkeniers. Our fifth jury member is the manager of Midpoint Brabant, Bas Kapitein. And our sixth jury member joining us live from home is a partner new, he's got a very long title, partner new business and key account development at BDO, Harald Elissen. Hi, Harald.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, well, jury, great that you are here with us today. And we were just talking before the show that you said, I'm just so excited to be here. Lilian, why are you so excited?
Well, our team serves more than 5,000 entrepreneurs. And based on our ambition, we really like to help them to develop their business more sustainable, more circular, use more data. And what we found out is that it's not only good for the entrepreneur, but it's also very good for the prosperity and the well-being in the region.
Okay.
And to be said, it's so important because recently we conducted a study and there were 3 very important challenges, but the key was to invest in entrepreneurship.
Oh, really?
Really. And what we saw is that, well, I love this region. I'm fond of it, and we really, really want to help and cope to make it successful and take it to the next level with knowledge, with financial solutions, with a start and scale-up team, etc., etc. But you can't do it alone. You need partners, and some of them are here, so it's very great. But I think that the most important partner, that are our students.
Cool.
Their talent, because you are the future. It's you who take this region to the next level. And it's you that will, I think, capitalize on all the beautiful possibilities who are here. So for me, it's a little bit, maybe you can call it a background to really, really make entrepreneurship big and great and good. So
cool. Wow, I can really feel. I can really feel your enthusiasm and your happiness. And Brigitte, you're also smiling at me, like, yes, I totally agree with Lilian, because you work with entrepreneurs.
Well, of
quite
course
a lot.
I do. Yes, as a BOM, we're the development agency for Brabant, this province. We're on a national scale, the second regional economy in the Netherlands.
Oh, really?
And so it's our objective also to stay ahead of our competition, also on an international level. So I think it's very important, yes. I think growth, and not only growth, but also to find solution for sustainable growth, so to find solution for our societal challenges, is very important to be innovative, to be creative, and also to stimulate entrepreneurship. So I fully agree, you can't do that alone.
No.
And I think this university, I mean, we've seen so many great proposals. There's a lot of creativity, very bright minds. And so I really look forward to this challenge and to meet the finalists in person.
Oh, cool. Yes. And Nele, this is not your first time in the jury, right? No.
Unfortunately, maybe. For me, not. It's as Lilian already said, these young people are the future.
Yeah.
Their sense for creative solutions, as Brigitte also said, but also their sense for innovative technologies, entrepreneurship, bringing the day of tomorrow better, making it bigger, making it more sustainable, to use the same words again. They're our future, and we need to support that with all the knowledge and all the experience that we can bring in. So, come on.
Well, I think the ladies on the jury have elaborated on it quite well, right, Bas?
Yes, ladies first, right?
You have anything to add?
What's there left to say?
What's there? Exactly.
I'd like to try to add something to what the ladies before me already said, but I'll keep it short. It's really inspiring to see the ideas and the business plans that we have been able to have a look at. It's inspiring to be here and to be physically here among among you all.
You get to see the students in the flesh, like from the videos. Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, and especially for a region like ours, for the city of Tilburg, for a region of Central Brabant, with a lot of small and medium-sized enterprises, but with a lot of expert knowledge on social sciences, business, and economics. It's really for our city and region. It's really important to have these students with the entrepreneurial mindset that is displayed here to come up with the new business ideas and also with the answers to the societal challenges. So I'm really excited as well to be here.
I can see it. I'm really excited. I can see it in your hands. Do you have anything to add, Harald?
Well, not a lot, because I think almost everything has already been said. But just one thing I really think I should add, because all the companies and all the organizations in our region, center of Brabant, but also in the Brainport region, in the southern part of the Netherlands, we continuously need the fresh insights of young students to get the true innovation in our region to a higher level. So I'm really glad to be part of it, and not only BDO needs all the fresh insights, but also all the other organizations. So it's great to be here, and it's great that this initiative is there.
Cool. Thank you so much. Cool. Okay. Well, let's just meet them here on stage, right? Our top three. So we're going to start with the first one, representing Bigger Picture Clothing. Can I have here on stage Freek van Littenberg? Hi, Freek.
Hello.
Did you think 9 months ago that you would now be standing here in the top three?
No, I wouldn't have expected to be here 9 months ago, and definitely after all those beautiful words from, I see 4 power women here in front of the jury, and to top it off, Bas and Harold, not to forget about you, I already feel honored by the words you just said, mentioning students, which I am.
The microphone like
yeah,
this.
of course.
Perfect. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so no, I feel honored.
You feel honored,
yeah, definitely.
And you are very eager and happy to answer their questions. I was just curious because is it for male and for female the clothing?
Yeah.
Is it trousers, sweaters? What can we buy?
Yeah, so I will take my moment for all of the audience at home. It is all unisex, so it's both for girls, women, even grandmas, grandfathers. We have all kinds of customers in our customer base, so yeah, it's basically for everyone.
Okay, well, I'm very curious to hear the questions of the jury. And the first one who's going to pose a question is the jury member who's joining us online, Harold. Harold?
Yes.
I will give the floor to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Very great to see you on stage. It's a pity for me not to meet you in real life now, but that will be maybe on a later stage. My question to you at this moment is, to what extent are you already talking to external partners or companies to cooperate with, or are you planning to do so?
Well, that's actually pretty funny that you ask it right now, as the Christmas is on its way. And well, let me begin in the beginning. So basically, we are a B2C brand. So we focus on consumers. That's our main focus. But then we are also pretty active on LinkedIn and on multiple platforms. And we got a lot of companies coming to us, actually, telling us like, hey, Freek, or hey, Bigger Picture, we are tired of these bottles of wine, these coffee mugs, etc. So we actually want you to provide our personnel, our employees, or even our business relations with not just a sustainable type of high-quality clothing, but also with a piece of impact and a piece of transparency with it, which we can provide. And on the other hand, because it's a double-edged sword, so we, at one hand, we have the business partners as our clients, but we also highly value our network of partners, which make us able to get both the impact, but also the transparency factor of it.
Who are they?
For example, Made Blue, we fight water scarcity with them at the moment in Ethiopia and Tanzania. And they not only make us able to have the impact, but we also can get real-time footage. So if I, for example, would do a call today, I would have real-time footage of the water facilities tomorrow, which makes us able to provide the transparency to both our customers and our business relationships, if that answers the question completely.
Yes, absolutely. You already answered my more or less second question about transparency, so thank you for that.
That's great. Thank you.
Good. Okay, thank you, Harold. Then the second question comes from Nele.
Congratulations, Freek. You made it to the finals. Very good. I had the privilege to already meet you in one of the coaching sessions, and you kind of overwhelmed me with your energy and your enthusiasm, and you had such a great story to tell about the product, the company, but also and that's actually what my question is based on. You have kind of two sort of lines in your business model. One is more fashion-oriented. Of course, we're talking about clothing. But the other one is a very, very dedicated social entrepreneurship. And our questions, actually, it was kind of everybody's question. Are you planning to have a focus on one of the two? Because maybe one will be more important than the other one. Do you already have an idea about that?
Yeah, that's. Thanks again for your question. I think you have to see it in this way. So basically, you've got the fashion industry as a whole, to which we compete. So you've also got brands who do almost nothing on the aspect of sustainability of social. And then within that spectrum, you also have the sustainable fashion or social fashion industry, which is growing on itself. And I believe that the sustainability and the social aspect of our industry has to have focus every day, every time of the day, because it's a very intense and competitive market. So we have to stand aside in that way. And then we include the aspect of transparency on top of these social and sustainability aspects to compete within the sustainability fashion industry. So to get back to your question, it is really a combination of both, because without a good product, let's be honest, if I would stand here in a brown, some kind of dirty bag sweater, nobody...
Thank God I'm not wearing that, yeah.
Nobody would be the customer, but it is really the combination of both. So we have really high focus on the social aspect of it, with it, but the fundament is a high-quality piece of fashion. Otherwise, the social aspect wouldn't work anyway.
Yeah. So the fashion aspect is actually a condition to make it work?
Definitely. It's the fashion. The fashion perspective is the fundament, and the social aspect is like the sauce. But without sauce, you really can't eat our fundament.
And I feel that the social aspect is also your motivation. Or?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, I can just... I don't know, you feel it as well, right, Nele?
Absolutely, and you thought this through, so I think you have your focus on the right spots.
Well, thanks a lot, I appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for answering all of these questions.
Thank you for the questions and attention-full heads that are watching me right now. Thank you.
Well, you really took the spotlight, so well done.
Well, thanks a
Thank
lot.
you so much. Freek van Littenberg of Bigger Picture Clothing. Thank you. And we're off to our second top 3 finalists. And that is Alexandra Sierra Rativa of Justin Bieber Survivor. Hi. Hi, Alexandra.
Hello, Natalie.
Hey, how are you?
Well.
Well?
Yeah.
Good.
Excited.
So I almost introduced the Justin Bieber survivor. But how did you come up with the name Justin Bieber? Is that actually connection to Justin Bieber, or is it just a coincidence?
Actually, the beaver, there are a beaver who is escaped, or I don't know, is not in the environment, like not in the real environment. He was hurt, and in YouTube, someone take care, raising them, and give a food, and it's very popular. And then put Justin Bieber, and now after rescue the Justin, they put in the natural world. And I think this is very good and inspiration how the humans can help the animals too. And for this reason, I put Justin Bieber. It's very popular in YouTube. Yeah,
okay, so it has no relationship with believers?
No.
Okay, good to know. First question, are there any believers in the jury? No. First question for you comes from Bas.
I'm not a believer, but I am a believer in your business idea.
Great.
You have a really cool and creative idea and an inspiring way to raise awareness among children for climate change and global warming. But going through the business idea, we were wondering with regard to business readiness, do you think you need to make choices when it comes to the target audience you need to target, if you want to target?
Yeah, of course. I was thinking there are 2 possibilities of a target audience. First one is the more obvious. The people already buy the virtual reality glasses. Meta, or Facebook, already sold 10 million virtual reality glasses this year. And from these 10 million for users, 2 million are parents, and then buy the glasses for the children.
2 million parents already buy glasses for their children?
Exactly, and there are the more bigger reclaim to say to Meta is we don't have a quality content to give our children because we don't want to teach them just kill zombie or be on roller coaster. We really need special content with teach the children to be more empathic and have more emotional connection with the nature. This is one focus target. And we will sell it in the virtual reality platform. And the second focus target is the Dutch schools, because I really want to introduce this idea, and the children here can use it and can discuss in the classroom about the climate change, and also the teacher can be inspired to use immersive technology and not just the blackboard and the books.
Thank you for your answer. Maybe a small follow-up question.
Yes, of course.
When you target at also schools, but also at parents who own already these VR glasses, can you elaborate a little bit more on the marketing strategy you want to target these 2 target audiences with?
Yeah, yesterday especially I have a meeting with a publisher, a Dutch publisher. And they already have the schools, they already want to sell the materials, and then talking with me because then say, we can add technology to the material. And we was thinking to start to make a strategy to go to different kind of schools, start to in Tilburg, after go to Breda, and start to make a small experiment how we can connect the technology with educational materials. This is one of the strategies.
So that's partnering up with parties that already are working in the educational field.
Also, there are already Dutch native speakers, and I really need the language because I speak just Spanish and English. And the second is with Miranda, who's my coach, and she advised me also go online marketing and start to make Justin like a popular, like a Justin Real Bieber. Is a popular celebrity, and how we can inspire the children to watch, to be curious. So we want to say to the parents, let's buy Justin Bieber Survivor.
Yes. Yeah, I'm very enthusiastic. I have kids myself, so how much does it cost?
You can download for 20 euros.
Oh, okay.
But we have a promotion in December for 50 euros. But for the schools, we make a package because we want to create educational materials and also maybe online coaching for the teachers to learning how you can use virtual reality glasses, how you can do it in class, how you can make a debates about climate change.
Okay, but it's feasible. That price is feasible, I think. Well, at least I'm just talking for myself and not for the whole group. Okay, thank you. The second question comes from Lilian. Oh, sorry, Lilian. Yeah.
First of all, Alexandra, I really like to compliment you for your craftsmanship. It was shown by the demo, and it looked like you put really much of effort and time into it. And I'm also a mother. I have 3 daughters, and I think it's a great idea to give education the next level and to take another kind of how you discuss and promote what is really going on the climate change. So it's very good. But to do it in the long run, you also have to make a return, and you already had a little bit of a conversation like that. So my question is, you need also a sustainable cash flow. So what are your thoughts about your business proposition and maybe more specific, your revenue model?
Yeah, the point of the virtual reality movie, I started with a movie because it was more cheaper to develop than real game. Then in digital technology, you can, with one product, you can reproduce for thousands. Then you don't spend too much energy again to do again. And for the reason with this, the unique problem is the language. No, we can translate in different language, but it's sustainability in the sense it's a digital product. Yeah, and the another point is, for me, is more important. Start with social and educative business company, because for me, really, I want to give contribution to the education. And then for me, my interest is not so much the revenue, it's more like the impact to the society. But if we have a revenue and we have a money, it's better.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, it shows your passion. So I really like your answer. But maybe you can have another thought about it, because it would be great if you have this passion with education and the way you're acting on it to make it more sustainable to the future. So revenues are not a goal, but they help you with your business.
Yeah, thank you so much. And also, in Tilburg University Challenge helped me to preparing and to cross the bridge to be a researcher and to be a businesswoman. It was difficult to change the mentality and learning more about create a canvas, talking with a customer, and don't thinking so futuristic, more present. And I'm very happy. And here, and also I'm very open to learning more. And if you want to talk also with me, or we can be a future discussion, I'm very happy to know you and learning more.
Yes, please, because don't change yourself, but I think people will help. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I think those are great words to wrap it up with. Just ask people for help with this great idea. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
from
much.
Justin Bieber, survivor, Alexandra. And now, well, it's going by so fast. The time is flying. We're already there for our 3rd finalist that made it to the top 3. And that is Marie-Claudette Carella from Students World. Big round of applause. Hi, Marie-Antoinette.
Hello.
Hi.
Marie-Claudette.
Sorry, did I not say it well?
Yeah, but it's flattering because it's kind of Marie-Antoinette, but it's Marie-Claudette.
I love the name, Marie-Claudette. Sounds very posh. Yeah, very good.
Thank you.
Okay. Marie-Claudette, I thought your pitch was very personal, right?
Yes,
Was it difficult to actually tell that personal story in your pitch?
No, because the whole startup started for personal reasons. So I do not see my startup without my personal story. So my personal story and the story of my teammates, it's part of like what we're doing and who we are as a startup. So I wanted other people to know about it and be sure to include it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing. Brigitte, the first question is for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And first of all, congratulations that you've made it to the finals.
Thank you.
We really liked the proposal, your business plan. It was well written and worked out. So congratulations on that to you and your team.
Thank you.
Also, what we liked about it is that you're trying to find a solution for, let's say, a social problem and a challenge that you face. And obviously, students, they are a special breed, as we say in Dutch, and you're trying to solve social matters around loneliness, maybe also inspired, let's say, by recent actual times, of course, that it's really difficult to find friends and to really meet in person. So a very brave issue and challenge that you try to solve. Obviously, you're talking about building social media platforms as a solution to the challenge that you're facing. And one of the questions that we had as a jury, obviously, is there is already quite a number of social media platforms, and where you can also build communities. And you would like to build a community exclusively for students. So one of the big questions from the jury really is, isn't there enough platforms already, and why would you need to build a specific platform just exclusively for students?
Okay, thank you for the question. So yes, there are a lot of platforms out there. Mainly Facebook is a huge platform which is really hard to compete with. But there is a flaw in the system. While I was interviewing people, and because like my curiosity was like, why are you so lonely like me? What is your story? When it's so easy, the world is so open to many possibilities, and you can reach people really easily. And then like by talking to people, they were like, you know what? The problem is that I have access to everybody. And also, yes, there are Facebook communities. And I'm also in the community, for example, Italians in Tilburg. But the problem is that I don't want to make the first step, and there are too many people in the community. So, and I was like, okay, like, why don't you want to make this first step? And they were like, I just wish to not be rejected. I want to be sure, like, if I'm approaching somebody in a community, they long as much as I long to be with somebody as much as I want to do that. And also, the problem of the number, like if we are in a community of 50 people, it's too many people, and that makes it harder to connect with people. And also, if you're in a community with people, yes, they're Italians in Tilburg, but what are they doing? Are they only students? Are they workers? They were like, I want to take something which is online, offline. How can we do that? And we were like, okay, let's start like solving this problem slowly, like address each problem. Too many people, okay? We're going to make only groups. We're going to match you only with 3 people. You do not want to make the first step? We're going to make the first step for you and then match you based on the values with people who you might share a common interest with. And it's going to be easy to match you with people who are in your same age category and who you can also meet at a university. Therefore, like, we wanted to create something which was more appropriate for a group of people, and then which was going to address the flow in the social media which are already existent. They're really great, but they have like a problem, because if people are still feeling lonely, that means that there's something wrong. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, so the platforms right now are not suitable, and also not to take the first step, you say.
Yeah,
you can also take one step forward.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
So not only we're going to make the first step for you, but we're going to make sure that you're surrounded only by people like you in your same university, people who you might see, but you're afraid to approach them.
Yeah.
But guess what? Those people too want to be approached.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nela?
Yes, I also have a question for you. Well, of course, it's a question of all of us. Congratulations, of course, also for being here, and it's so nice to meet you in real, in the flesh, as we already said. It sounds a little bit dirty, but okay. It's always very difficult for us as a jury member to see. We see those pitches and we see those ideas on paper. And then we see the passion and the enthusiasm of the people who are really dealing with it. It's so much nicer. That's first of all. So congratulations. You focused already with the question of one of our jury members on the content of the platform. What are you addressing to, focusing on the emotions, the people, etc. But there's, of course, also a business side of it. And you have a lot of competitors, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. It's, of course, different types of social media, but it is kind of social media.
Yes.
So how are you planning to get more commercial attraction, to get more people to your platform? Or you maybe even thinking of ads to add to the platform, or to have like paid vouchers of restaurants to get people together and to go and eat, or those kind of things? How do you think about that?
Basically, we do not really consider ourselves competitor with like Facebook and other big companies, because we consider our service something different, a next step which eventually is going to happen. As like I said in my description of the idea, is that social media opened the gates to everybody. Maybe you do not want to be connected to everybody, and maybe you want to be matched. You do not like want to stay within reach, only within reach, but you want to have a step beyond to connect a connection. So that's how we're going to sell our stuff. And also we are going to serve exclusively students. And that might attract students to see, oh, like there is a platform exclusively for us, where not only I can be myself, like a teenager me or like early 20s me, where I can post pictures, but I can also see what other students in town they're doing. What are they doing? Because like in the interviews, people who were not did not have the interest in having friends, they were like, but I'm very curious to know what other students are doing. I wonder if I'm living right my student life. But I was like, why can't you like see that on Instagram? He's like, well, I need to know enough names like to start Googling such and such to know what they're doing. But if we give you a platform where you can see what they're doing, that might be interesting. But also, like,
but about the business, because I think you're asking about the business model, right?
The business.
So how are you going to make money with this platform?
Oh, okay. So we consider that we have students. Of course, they're not people, the richest people in the world. So the first year is going to be free, because we want to study what the pattern of the students on the app. We want to see like what functions are more used. We want to see how they act on the app. So by studying how they act, we're going to study, like we're going to have more information on the pricing system. So
what are your thoughts? What are the different possibilities?
We're going to offer like a freemium model after the first year, in which like you will have free features to make sure your student life is it's good, we take care of you. But at the same time, if you want an additional service, we're going to price it like a small cost. And we're going also to, for example, we offer the possibility for students to buy and sell books. If you want to sell a book, we price you a small percentage in order to put like, look, I have this used book, would you like to buy it? And also like for companies, there are many companies who are interested in connecting with students and having free interns. We're going to price them a small fee so that like they can have free labor, but like, you know, on the platform, like a little bit for us. But in exchange for students, they're going, of course, to have like an experience. So we have a studied pricing strategy.
So you are also going to connect to the companies.
Yeah.
Okay. So different options.
Yeah, different options.
Still a lot of thinking and studying to do which one it will be.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Marie-Claudette. Big round of applause. So thank you, startups, and thank you, jury members. This was already the final talk that we had with the business-ready top 3 finalists. And now the voting at home will also stop. So the lines will close. And I'm going to count down. They're going to close in 3, 2, 1. Yep. They're closed. And while the jury deliberates, I'm going to talk to the winners of last year. So the winner of the ideation category and the winner of the business ready category. And just to refresh your mind, you will now view their pitches.
Hi, I'm here to talk about data. It's the fuel of innovation, yet it's difficult to source and refine. In reality, 73% of all business data goes unused. As data engineers, we just cannot sit back and watch companies unable to use their internal data. According to 5 potential customers, they're currently not using their data simply because they don't know what they can do with it, they don't have the in-house talent for exploration, and GDPR restriction limits data sharing. Our solution, Demiser, is a platform connecting SMEs with data scientists. Our differentiation is we guarantee free data sharing with our anonymization software. Are you ready to use Demiser to unlock the full potential of your data?
Climate change has reduced the nutrition value of our food. Example, iron by 15%. 1/4 of the climate change is caused by food sector. Did you guys know that health and climate change are interconnected so badly that together they are more dangerous than COVID? We as consumers are part of the food system as well. Unfortunately, have no time or direction to understand the precise impact of our choices in climate change. Hence, our solution is to offer you personalized groceries, which is not only good for your health, but planet, and at the same time will help you save time and money. Our mission is to redirect your food choices towards better health and environment. We are KISS. Keep it simple, sustainable. Join us.
Okay, so those were the 2 winners of last year, and you just saw the pitches that they gave last year. But I'm just curious how they are doing now. Please give a big round of applause for Teunis van der Hofstad and Purvi Saka. Hi guys, welcome. You can join me here.
Thank you.
Teunis, hi, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Yeah.
Good. And you, Purvi?
Really well, thank you.
Really well, really well. Yeah. So how is it to be here on stage now, 1 year later?
Yeah, it's really great to see. And also there are even more people than last year.
Oh, yeah.
All 1.5 meters apart, but it's really great to see everyone here again. Yeah.
Yes, and for you, Purvi?
Yeah, I feel the same way. And in fact, I just came back from India last week, and it's so amazing to be here again.
Wow, yeah. That's so cool. Well, it's really great to have you back. And of course, we are really curious to see how things went after, well, these pitches that we just saw. So just Teunis, about you. So it is your mission that more small enterprises, SMEs as you called them in your pitch, do more with data. But why is that so important?
Yeah, we really see that a lot of business opportunity lies in data. There's a lot of information that is gathered in that data, and the bigger companies can really get information from that. So, for example, if customers are looking at your website, like where are they clicking, how much time are they spending on your website, etc. And bigger companies can really find that information and use it because they have the resources, but small and medium-sized enterprises don't have. So, yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
And you even say that data is the new gold, right? Well,
we believe so.
You believe so. So I'm really curious because there is a poll for you back at home in which you can actually fill out if you agree or disagree. So is data the new gold for entrepreneurs? But why is it the new gold then? Because you can do so much things with it.
Yeah, you can really understand what people are doing, why people are buying things. And if you know that information, you can really give them the right product, for example.
Yes, and there was nothing like that for the smaller enterprises up to your idea.
Like not in the sense that we are working. Of course, there are other companies that also try to help small and medium-sized enterprises, but we think that still the step to do it is too big for them. So we try to lower that gap. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just really curious to see what the people at home think. So do they agree with you or not? Maybe we can see it on the screen here. Oh, yes. Okay. So I think most people agree with you, almost 75%. So what is one thing that you could add to make it 100%?
One thing that I could ask?
Yeah, could add.
I could add?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Another argument.
Oh, yeah. Another argument. Yeah, let's see. I'm very curious to see, we are, of course, a business-to-business company.
Okay.
So I'm really curious to see what companies think of the question. Because I can also understand that some people think, data, this time, here, not important to me.
Yeah, or maybe they still think it's not for me. So you have some preaching to do, that it's for all small and medium enterprises, maybe.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you. Purvi?
Yeah.
Do you make a grocery list yourself?
Yeah,
when you
do.
Go shopping?
Yes,
you do?
Yes, totally. Yeah.
Okay, so what's on your grocery list a lot?
It changes every time because now all the food options, they are so overwhelming, and with increasing health consciousness, sustainability consciousness, it's always like lots of Google research, asking lots of people, and then trying things out. Some things work, some things doesn't work. Sometimes it's expensive, so it's very tedious. Yeah.
Well, I'm just really curious because at least in last year's pitch, you were talking about a grocery list that helps you to fight climate change. Mm-hmm. So I'm really curious if the people at home make grocery lists before they go shopping. So let's just throw in the poll, and then we can see what they answer. But before we know what they answer, so when was the first time that you actually saw the connection between your grocery shopping list and climate change? Because for me, it's a really big step. Maybe you can take us with us. So how does it work?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. And the story also goes like on personal level, how one of the contestants was saying, because we were all like university students studying, doing groceries, and I studied sustainability here.
Okay.
And then there was this one class where we were talking about the impact of our lifestyles and everything. We were talking about fashion, we were talking about energy, cars, everything. And suddenly there was this statement that more than 25% of climate change is caused by food ecosystems. Okay. And there it was like, whoa.
Whoa, okay.
That's a lot, and we were not aware of that. And then we started digging deep into that, and we saw, okay, our food choices matter, and unfortunately, all these supermarkets, they don't tell us what's in your food and what we should eat.
No.
It's all marketing and rosy picture.
Yeah, I can imagine. So let's see. So about half of the people do not make a grocery list, and the other half sometimes, or they do make a grocery list.
Think Spotify, guys. Like, do you make a playlist? What do you think about personalized grocery lists? It's like a Spotify for food ecosystem. Now we call it KISS, keep it smart and sustainable. So
cool. Okay. Well, we can throw in. Yes. No, it's going up. No, that's true. But maybe people don't make a grocery list because it's not easy. So and sometimes you just need to get used to something new.
You're right.
So on the list, then I have a tomato, for example. You say you should buy tomato A and not tomato B to make the impact? So how does it work?
No, that's a good question. So the thing is, you don't have to make a grocery list. For example, in Spotify, you don't make like a playlist. It's being created for you. So that's the thing. I think the message was a bit not clear over there. So it's like your intelligent grocery list generating platform, considering your health and sustainability. So it's highly personalized.
Okay. So it's based on your previous shopping behavior and adding on
And
healthy
also
choices.
you, like who are you?
Yeah.
Not just your behavior. Like that's like our DNA. We are working on that. It's like a proprietary algorithm. So you'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So I'm just curious, Teunis, where were you last year and where are you now with the development of your startup?
Yeah, so last year was really only an idea. I think actually most of the team just met also. And after the Tilburg University Challenge, we really continued building forward. So we registered as a company, attended some events that were organized by the university.
Oh, cool.
And we even are planning to go full-time, at least most of the team, starting in January. So that's something we are really excited for.
But I also heard that you had a first customer, right?
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
That's always. And what kind of company is it, and what are you doing for them?
It's a marketing company, and they wanted to understand more about what kind of people attend certain events, so they can target those people more accurately.
Okay, cool. And now for next year, what is your goal?
More customers.
More customers. Okay, so if you are watching at home and if you are interested, or maybe you know someone who's interested, like, oh, my dad has got this company, he really needs to know about this, just contact Teunis. Cool. Okay, and you, Purvi, because you went to India, but still worked on the project?
Yeah, like thanks to all the digitalization. So for us also, it was more of an idea. Then we really refined our idea because we were from the ideation stage. And we were having a lots of value proposition earlier, but, through mentors that we got from the challenge. And we also had other networking through, mentor refer to other mentors and so on. We really refined the idea and make it tech focused. And what happened after that was a lot of people also started approaching us. So we expanded our team. We also hope to go, some of us hope to go full-time next year because we are focusing on developing a mobile application.
Okay, cool.
So that is a lot of work. Yeah.
I'm just curious, so the final question for the both of you. What would actually be your best tip that you can give to the student teams that will win today, or will not win, but still want to continue?
I would say, but of course it's an open door. Connect with as much people as possible who can help you forward.
So who did you connect with and really helped you forward?
Multiple mentors from the sessions. And also the incubator from the university, for example.
Yeah. So just ask for help, like we just heard, and let other people help you and network. Cool. And you, Purvi, what is your best tip?
On the top of that, I would say don't fall in love with your idea. Like be open-minded and be ready to pivot. Because often we become very inflexible and you're like in a dead zone.
Well, as entrepreneurs, we are also a bit stubborn sometimes, right?
That's not good.
That's not good. Yeah. So don't be stubborn. Just be open-minded and flexible and maybe ready to pivot. Okay. Well, thank you so much for letting us know how you are doing now and your great tips. Teunis and Purvi.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Because it is time to announce our winners. And because I just heard that the jury has decided who will be the winner of the Tilburg University Challenge. And we are going to start off with our Audience Award. And I'm not just going to hand out these awards by myself. I'm joined by two different people here on stage. And the first person that will join me here on stage is someone that you may know if you have participated in the challenge, because she's the project coordinator of this challenge. And that means that she recruits the brightest students to actually participate in this contest, then organizes a lot of events, sends you a lot of emails and communication about what you should do or maybe what you shouldn't do. But she's also that shoulder to cry on when you think, oh, I really don't know what to do anymore. Then you can also go to her. So therefore, I'm really honored that she's here with me to actually hand out the award for the audience. Please give it up for Katrien Williamson. Hi, Katrien.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Yes. So how was it? I just discussed that you were guiding the students throughout this process. Yes. How has it been for you?
Well, I really enjoyed everything from the start, you know, recruiting the students, finding these bright minds, like you said, with these interesting ideas, helping them along, guiding them, making sure that they attended all the workshops and events, of course, and seeing them grow. It was really great, yeah.
Yeah, because they've made so many steps along the way, right?
Starting from a very small idea, sometimes still changing along the way. Deciding on a project name wasn't always that easy, but we got there in the end. And I think all the teams that are here today really deserve it and, grew throughout the past few months and are very well-deserved finalists.
Yes, I can see that you're smiling. You must love your job, I can just tell. Cool. And you actually have the winners in your hand, but the winner will get 1,000 euros, but 500 now and 500 later. How does it work?
Exactly. So, the winner of the Audience Award will get 500 euro now. There's obviously the opportunity to be in contact with the business developer of Tilburg University, talk to Karen maybe, or also other people, of course.
Karen is the business developer,
yes, exactly. Take the next steps, and then once we really see, okay, you're taking your project seriously, and maybe you go from ideation to business ready, or you go to the KVK and you become a proper startup, then you get the second boost of another 500 euro.
Cool. Okay. Well,
before.
One other thing you wanted to tell.
Very important, because I want to invite all of the students watching today who think, oh, this is awesome, this is super cool. I want to be standing on stage next year as well, maybe with a check, who knows, or just want to be part of this opportunity. In March, we will be starting with a new edition. So I encourage every bright mind watching today to visit the website, or, well, you are probably already watching on the website, but definitely to register and join next year.
So you can already register or maybe send you an email.
Yes, exactly.
So just go for it if you're enthusiastic.
Exactly.
I think that's a really great message.
Yes.
But there's also something that you're holding in your hands, and it's now time to announce the winner. Catherine.
Very exciting. Exactly, the Audience Award of the Tilburg University Challenge 2021. 2,062 votes. I'm very proud of all the students who encouraged their friends and family to vote for them. Thank you very much for that. The winner has 724 votes. And I'm very happy to announce that the winner is Bigger Picture Clothing.
Woo! Bigger Picture Clothing!
Please come down.
Cool, so we're just waiting for him to come down.
For real.
Wow, congratulations!
Yeah, thank you so much. Wow, I really didn't expect that one to come. I was hoping for the other prize, but not this one. Wow.
Wow.
I'm
You're shaking.
Yeah.
No, but you already have so many fans.
Yeah, that's. I think they did. I think also my friend group really had a nice campaign or something for me. Like, wow, it's great. It's really great.
Well, any words of thank yous to your family, friends?
Yeah, well, at first also really cliche maybe, but my compliments for all the teams. Some really nice ideas which I hadn't even heard there, and of course they don't feel like my competition, but more like some kind of allies or something over there. And yeah, everyone who voted, of course, and all these cliches, but also my family, friends. Yeah, just really grateful for it.
Well, Freek, it's now time to actually put your hands on this big fat check, which Tané will now give you. And you can put it above your head and show how happy you are.
Good
the
job.
winner. Thank you so much. The winner of the Audience Award. Bigger Picture, perfect. Yeah. Woo, woo. Okay, so that was the first award that we handed out. We only have 2 more left. And to help me hand out the award, Wim, you can already, I was just introducing you, but you're already walking on. Just join me here on stage. Hi. So this might be a familiar face that you already saw in the video. Wim van der Donk, president of Tilburg University. You can take one step forward so we can really see you
exactly on this.
Well at home. Yes, exactly. Yes, everything is prepared here.
Very good.
Wim, so are you happy to be here today?
Yes, I am. And actually, I was. I have to confess, I had that meeting. But I had two screens. I put the meeting a little bit on silent. So I was already following the ideation pitches too.
Okay.
And I was here in the audience for the other ones. It was really exciting. And congratulations, because as a rector and president of this university, I'm especially proud that the award from the audience was awarded to an idea that has stated that the bigger picture is important. I think this is a very important lesson. It's not about small pictures here, it's about the big pictures. So I have seen lots of ideas that combine new technologies, digital technologies especially, AI, algorithms, data science and so on, and societal endeavors that we have to cover. So technological change, societal change, climate change. Justin Bieber was also very great. So I'm really proud and enthusiastic about
that. Just comes
being
from
here.
your university,
exactly.
the bright
our
minds
university.
of your our university,
that's
our
the idea.
university.
Yeah. Bigger pictures are always ours.
That's so true. That's so true. Wim, you have an envelope, a golden envelope in your hands, and in that envelope, you have the winner of the ideation category,
I have.
right? So, are you ready to announce the?
No, because I want to start with some other things, and that's very short. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
I want to thank really from the ground of my heart, and on behalf of the executive board and all the deans of this university, to all those who have organized this. I remember last year in the main hall of the university, this time in our beautiful Cube building, and this is not happening just automatically. Many people, students, the organization, and also not forget the juries. Thank you so much for having this organized, and you especially as an excellent moderator of this.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
So a very big applause that we can hear everywhere. Thank you so much. So, of course, I do not have the opportunity to comment all the ideas. I would be thrilled because there were some very nice things on the floor here. But now, you know, exactly. So
someone who would like to talk to you about sodas.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Well, I'm aware. I'm not so much of Albertijn, but there are excellent Brabant companies too. But let me see.
So the winner.
Yes.
Of the ideation category
is Anda.
Anda, yeah.
So
they will be joining us now.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
A little bit thirsty already, I presume.
Anouk from Anda.
Thank you so much.
Welcome
Congratulations.
back here on stage.
Yeah.
So, Wim, you also know why they are the winner.
Yeah, I have a very short notice from the jury that, again, you know, did a great job to make this kind of difficult decisions, but you are very convincing. Why? And this is especially important for being at this university, I would say. An idea that was grounded in great research. It was presented with a high motivation and still open for change, learning again. So I think that the recommendation for the jury is that we indeed approach target companies who are especially interested in sustainability and which would not be interested in sustainability these days. So again, congratulations and lots of success. Make the next steps visible, and the check is waiting for you, I suppose.
Yes, it's coming your way.
Congratulations again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lots of success.
Great. So Anouk, any words you would like to share with us?
Well, first of all, I specifically want to thank my partner Daniel first, because we spent a lot of time on this. We had weekly meetings. We really thought this through.
That's the biochemist?
No. But yeah, there was a lot of hours spent in an office together at Iconic also. So thank you, Daniel. And also, yeah, of course, thank you, friends and family that supported us, but also the coaches, and specifically BOM and Midpoint that coached us, and the people that organized this challenge and gave us this opportunity. We're just really thankful and happy that we made it this far.
So would you recommend someone to participate next year?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hard work pays off. So I think
Cool.
I think if you're interested in this challenge, please do. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, thank you so much, Anouk from ANDA.
Congratulations
winner
again.
of
Thank
the
you so much.
Ideation category. Okay, and then we have one more category to hand out. Katrien will now join us on stage because, Wim, you have our second envelope. You are holding it in your hands. Well, maybe we should not keep our viewers and teams in suspense any longer.
Why not?
Oh,
just,
you're seeking attention.
Normally there is some exciting sound corresponding
well,
this
maybe
moment,
we can
but
ask
no, let's
buddies.
not joke
I think
about it.
I will just do this. Like
Exactly. But this again,
Here.
you read again the sentence, or no?
Oh, yes, I think it was a great combo. Yes,
Yeah,
we will do
go
that.
ahead.
We will do that. The winner of the Business Ready Award is
Bigger Picture Clothing. Again.
There he is.
Feels a bit awkward to be here twice, but I can't curse on stage. But what shit.
I shouldn't do that.
You
No.
were walking down the stairs like, oh.
Yeah,
like
I
this.
just, wow, can't believe it.
Well, the first one, was already to give you some experience to do this. So the second time was even more fluently coming down that stairs, like a kind of, Academy Award ceremony we have. And especially, I repeat, it's so pity that we cannot have a full audience here thanks to that nasty virus that is, annoying us. But thanks again, all the technicians, I would say, the technicians, these people help us out. Being online, that's I think repeat. Thank you so much. I did not forget you to thank you. But come back on this one. I already said the bigger picture, and it was so convincing. And so I am happy to read some of the elements of the report of the jury. Why? Most business-ready idea. It is already a business. This is a category the jury was deliberating on. It was presented very enthusiastic, self-confident, and with a nice sweater. You rather regret the things you did not do when the things you didn't do. Nice motto. That's the motto you presented, of course. Other themes already, of course, got compliments of the jury. Relevant, societal solutions, actual. All the ideas are recommended to develop further as a real business, but for bigger picture, the real wish is that you make indeed your dreams come true and that the picture will be ever and ever bigger and successful. And we are quite confident that it will be. Thank you so much. Congratulations again.
Thanks.
Thank you. Well, there's another check that you will get, Freek. So, well, any additional words or?
I think I already thanked the people that I wanted to thank, in specific also Nele, which I met from the start, and the Shubi, and also the guys from SmartFlow. They're not in the same industry, but really intelligent guys, and everybody just. It seems so flawless now, but you have to know that I've also been in a room bouncing my laptop off the desk, just very mad that partners were giving up on us, or the supplier in Portugal before our flight just canceled the meeting. So a lot of things go down, but it's not how you go down, but it's how you respond to it. And it sounds really cliche, but it's really true. So that's my last words.
Great words of advice. Well,
and I learned
congratulations
Nele
again.
was from the Ministry of Defense, wasn't it? Oh, these people need a lot of clothes. Success.
Well, thank you so Thank you so much, Freek. Thank you so much, Wim.
It was a pleasure
for
again.
handing
Thank
out
you
the
so much.
awards together with me. And well, I will, it's time to wrap it up. So I will do that now. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the show of the Tilburg University Challenge of 2021. And on behalf of the whole organization, I would like to thank all of the partners of the event, the jury, and a special thanks to all of our finalists. So keep pushing, keep innovating, and keep on following your dreams. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next year. Bye-bye.
Bring back.